his name? If you wanna... Blah, 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 blah. Oh, can't speak. Robert Pattinson is Batman? Please. I don't know. I don't know. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is good to see you again, even though I don't see you. But welcome back, and as promised, I am coming to you with a video about movies that I've watched in January and February. If I'm looking sideways, it's just to check in with my notes because my printer just went crazy and I couldn't print anything out in front of me. So unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm just going to be looking sideways a little bit, so just I know which movies I want to talk to you about. So without further ado, let's get on with it. The first movie I want to talk about is The Guilty, and it is sort of a suspenseful thriller, even though there's not much action going on. This movie is about a demoted police officer who is assigned at a dispatch desk for 911 calls, and he receives a call from a woman who is saying that she is kidnapped, and our story ensues from there because he's trying to get together a team that could help this woman, and then there are children involved and an abusive husband, and this movie is based on this one dispatch officer trying to resolve the situation. It is actually quite suspenseful, and Jake Gyllenhaal is an excellent actor and he's doing a very good job, and I think it's worth a watch. I gave it 7. I thought it was a good suspenseful sort of a Sunday movie. I gave it a 7. The IMDb is 6.3, but I do recommend you guys check it out. The next movie I watched was Nightcrawler with, again, Jake Gyllenhaal in the main role, and wow, this movie really surprised me because I didn't expect it to be I didn't expect it to be so compelling. Jake Gyllenhaal is doing a really good job in this movie, and he plays a guy named Lou who is a little bit of a con man, but very driven, ambitious, and he really wants to succeed. He discovers the dangerous world of LA crime journalism, and he stumbles upon this van and a man filming the scene of the accident, and he decides that he could also do that and he could do a better job of it. So that's how he stumbles into this dangerous world of night crawling. He sets up a system in his car where he can listen into the police radio where they call in the 911 calls, and therefore he travels to the scene of the accident to get the first opportunity to film the scene of the crime, basically. The line between right and wrong blurs a lot in this movie, so it is actually quite compelling to watch how far one person can go to claim a recognition and to achieve their goals. So it's a very good watch. So I gave this movie an 8, and IMDb rating is very close, it's 7.9. The next movie I watched was Drive, which stars Ryan Gosling. In this movie, Ryan Gosling plays a stuntman driver and also as a gateway driver occasionally for criminals. And he's a loner, and he's sort of a very recluse and quiet person until he falls in love with a woman next door to him. And this woman unfortunately turns out to be married to a guy who comes out of a prison. And we start from story from there, and I don't want to spoil anything in this movie for you, but it is a great action thriller, and you know, like, the quiet waters are the deepest. That's all I can say. So it is definitely worth a watch, and I can't believe I hadn't seen it before because this movie came out in 2011. So wow, it's great. I feel like if you like Baby Driver, which is another great movie, I think you might like Drive as well. It was beautiful. I loved it. It's like, yeah. Just watch it. Watch it, guys. It's a great action thriller. I would say action thriller drama. So my rating for this movie was 8.5 and IMDb is 7.8. The next movie I watched was Knives Out, and wow, this has a great cast of actors in this movie, and it's a sort of cozy crime mystery. We follow a lot of people in this movie, but our story starts with the great crime writer Harlan being found in his home, dead, murdered, or just died from natural circumstances. No one is quite sure in the beginning, but quite an inquisitive and eccentric detective gets the case, and he starts his investigation into this old man's family. All of them are so morally grey and just corrupt, so it's really good to see this story and reveal itself layer by layer, and it's very, very interesting. I really enjoyed it. I feel that the actual crime part was quite easily guessable. However, it's still worth a watch, and it gave me like a cozy mystery thriller. Not thriller, cozy. It gave me a cozy crime mystery vibes. Like The Murder, She Wrote. Remember, that was a show like a long time ago. I really enjoyed it. So this movie gave me that kind of vibes. I gave it a 7, so it's still a decent rating, and IMDb for this is 7.9, so maybe you will enjoy even more. I gave it a slightly lower rating just because I really hated Daniel Craig's accent in this. It's atrocious. I'm sorry. He might be a good actor, but like that accent is just, it's a no-go. It ruined a lot for me. And the actual mystery part for me wasn't that difficult to figure out. So on that regard, I gave it a 7, but it was really interesting to discover these characters and their morally grey personalities. So please do check it out if you want something like that. The next movie I watched was SpiderMan No Way Home, and wow, it was great. I love all the superhero movies, pretty much all of them. There are some exceptions, but I felt like Tom Holland did a great job, and this was amazing because we met characters from the previous Spider-Man movies, like the ones with other actors playing Spider-Man. So it all kind of came together. It was just such a great story, and I like Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. I really like him as Doctor Strange. I know some people have trouble with that, but I really enjoy it, and I thought the story was great. The dialogue, the script was amazing, and it just worked for me. It's like it worked for me on all levels, and I gave it a 9. And IMDb for this is quite high as well. It's 8.6. So definitely recommend the new Spider-Man, guys. So go watch it. I would really like to see the new Batman as well, but Robert Pattinson is Batman? Please. I don't know. I don't know. But I am still gonna give it a watch. I would really like to see if it's worth it, but I would not have imagined Robert Pattinson as Batman. I wouldn't have picked him for that role, sorry. No offense to Robert Pattinson fans here. It's just my personal preference. The next movie I watched was Hating Game. It is a great romantic, easy watch. I know it's based on a book, and a lot of booktubers have read a book as well. However, I just didn't really want to read a book because I didn't really feel like reading a romance, so I thought I'm just gonna skip the book and watch the movie. And I have heard that a lot of people say the movie is quite close to the book, apart maybe from the guy. They imagine that the guy should have been slightly different, not that the actor that was cast in the movie. However, I really quite enjoyed the movie. It is an easy watch. It's very fluffy, it's very romantic, it's very wholesome. So we follow these two characters, Lucy and Joshua. They both work at the publishing house, and they have slight rivalry going on between them. They have very different work methods, and they work across each other from like in the same office but at opposite desks, and they have a very different work ethics and work style. When the new position as a managing director comes up for grabs at this company, they enter a deal. They decide that if one of them gets the job, the other one has to resign. And then they're doing everything they can to get this position, and obviously it's sort of enemies to lovers, but they're not really enemies, they're more like rivals. But yeah, that's how they There's a little bit of a spark, there's a little bit of feelings, and I felt like there was a lot of chemistry between these two, and as far as romantic comedies go, I thought this was pretty good. And I gave this 7. I gave it a 7, so it's just like a pretty nice, easy, comfortable watch. I really enjoyed it. And IMDb rating for this is 6.3. So again, not too bad. You know, if you feel like you want to just chill and watch an easy romantic movie, then this one is for you. The next animation I watched actually was Encanto, and I do think it's not the best Disney animation. However, I still really enjoyed it. I thought it was beautiful. Here we follow an extraordinary family called Madrigals. Madrigals live in the mountains in Colombia, in a vibrant village, in a place called Encanto. The magic of Encanto has blessed children of this family with magical powers. They have all very individual and very specific powers. So there's super strength, there is a power to turn everything into flowers. All of the children in this family have magical powers apart from one, Mirabelle. She's the only one who has not been granted a power by Encanto. However, Mirabelle is the only one who realizes that the family might be in danger, and she's the one who's trying to protect her family. And this was such a beautiful story about acceptance and about looking deeper past the appearances. And just because your superpower is not external doesn't mean that you don't have an internal superpower. And it was just so beautiful. I really enjoyed it. Obviously I feel like the songs are not the best in this. However, I thought it was very colorful, very beautiful, and it's just like it gave me such a lovely feeling of hope and acceptance, and just beautiful. You know, it just made me feel so warm and cozy inside. So I gave Encanto 8, and the IMDb for this one is 7.3. The next movie that I watched was Escape Room, The Tournament of the Champions. And this was the second movie because there's the first one called Escape Room. Here we meet 6 people who are unwillingly locked into a series of escape rooms that they're not really willing to be in. However, they slowly start to get to know each other because to survive they need to join forces. And yes, I really liked the first escape room, and I thought that the second one was still very enjoyable. It's kind of good to watch people try to escape. I thought that the first movie was better, however, the second was still enjoyable. I gave it 6.5, and IMDb for this one is 5.7, so close to my 6, I think. It's not the best thing I've seen, but I think it's still worth a watch, so do give it a try if you feel like watching people do escape room, but they might lose their life if they don't. So yeah, there's that. The next movie I watched was The Conjuring, the new one, The Devil Made Me Do It. Here we follow Ed and Lorraine on their one of the most sensational cases that they have done, where they have tried to prove to the courts that the man's life that they're trying to save and the man's crime that he has committed is because he was possessed by a demon. And it is based on real events. Obviously, I'm sure that the artistic department has taken their liberties on this one, but I thought it was very good with like quite a few decent scares, and obviously maybe it was slower paced at a few times, but I thought it was very, very good. And I love Conjuring series in general, and I thought that this movie gave me enough scares and thrills that it's definitely worth checking it out. I gave this 7.5, and IMDb for this one is 6.3. So if you wanna have a little bit of a scare, you can check this out, guys. And the last movie I'm going to talk about is The Countdown, and you can find it on Netflix. Here we follow a nurse who downloads an application that claims to be able to predict a day when you're gonna die. So you download this application, and then you enter your details, and then the application calculates when and how long you're gonna live. So this nurse downloads this application, and she has 3 days to live. However, when she starts to get haunted by this mysterious figure, she understands that this might not be quite an easy breezy harmless application that she's thought in the beginning, and then she starts to follow the trail of people who have died when they've downloaded this application, and she understands that something is really deeply wrong here. And I thought it was quite good, actually. I mean, it's not anything groundbreaking, but it gave me a few decent scares. I thought it was quite a good watch. So I gave this movie a 6.5. I thought it was quite entertaining, and it was quite interesting, and I enjoyed it. And IMDb rating for this one is 5.4. So if you do guys want to check it out, you can. I thought it was a good time. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I hope you will check out some of these movies, and maybe you have already watched them. If you have, what did you think? Did you have similar opinions to me, or maybe you can recommend me a movie based on what I've watched and what I've liked. So I am always open to new suggestions and recommendations. I do enjoy my entertainment. I do enjoy my movies, I do enjoy my TV shows, and obviously I do enjoy my books. Like, I have a lot of them, so I definitely enjoy them. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will definitely make another video. I wanted to make a video about my March TBR plans, but I think I'm just gonna make a video of what I'm already reading in March. I'm not gonna give you my full opinions, but I'm gonna give you a little March reading kind of video, and also like a little library haul, the books that I have picked up from the library. Not that I need books from the library, because like I have full shelves of books, but it's a problem. It's a problem. Look, I have problems. We all have problems, and we're doing the best we can. I think that's what we're doing. And there's another thing that I really would like to share with you guys, and I think I'm gonna share a little book haul. And before my family kills me, I know they're watching this video and I think, Christine, you said you're not gonna buy any more books. I lied. So I have hauled some books, but I have also unhauled more than I've hauled. I will unhaul more than I've hauled. Do you know what I mean? I will get rid of more books than I have bought. So there you have it. But yeah, as long as we go into minuses, that will be better. So thank you for watching, guys, and if you do like my videos, please just like and subscribe, and I will be very grateful. Give me that thumbs up. Don't give me thumbs down. I will cry. I'll be very grateful if you know, tune in for my next video. I'm gonna try to do it in the next few days, but my schedule is pretty full. I am working full time, so I film when I can.